and jump in, Mike, whenever you have a chance to share your screen.
Okay. All right, you see my screen?
Yes.
Oh, okay, so what I'm showing everybody today, and some of you have already been on some of the calls and already know this. We want to start tracking the relocation transactions that we have a little closer. So whenever you have a transaction that has that you're paying out a referral fee to another broker, OpCity, Cardis, we want to add a division to the transaction. We won't do this on transactions that are like office to office within the Coldwell-Banker Schmidt or family companies, regions, or Broadpoint, or R&I referrals. But it's actually a very simple process that I'm gonna ask you to do. And just, there's a couple steps on who's looking at this. So all you're going to do is when you're in a transaction, when you're setting up as pending, or when you're doing the disbursement sheet and marking it as ready to close, if there happens to be a referral fee, and I'm sorry, this one does not have one on it, but I just picked the property. But if you have a referral fee to Cardis or anything else, you need to go up to the People tab. And then whatever side has the referral, the list side or sell side, we're going to add an extra person on here. So you're just going to add in the person, you're just going to type in Relo D or Relo Division as the buyer and seller that we're adding to the property. And by doing that, this will, come on. It will add them as a property, and now the whole transaction gets coded to this Relo Division. We will be able to pull financial statements by the month, by the state, regions, to see what transactions actually had referrals on them, and see how the income is matching up with the relocation department. This will also do this on the transactions that are outgoing referrals where we receive the check in from another broker. We'll add the client that we need to, but just turn around and add the Relo Division to it, and then that's done. It'll automatically post over to the Relo Division. So some of these you might see in here if you're a relocation director in Florida, Ohio, Dana here in Michigan. If she knows that there's a referral and she's already applying it to the transaction of the property, she will go in and add that Relo Division as well. So it's just kind of a second check that she's looked at it. She might have put it there. You can put it there. And then when Toby and I or Kristen, if we're closing out a transaction and we see a referral fee in here, we're going to immediately click on the People tab again. And if there's nothing in here with the relocation division, then we'll add it as well. So hopefully between the 3 to 4 people looking at that property, we can flag it. And then the more that we have correct, the better our reports will be for Steve and the managers and different for the different regions. Questions? I can't hear anybody.
We don't have any questions at this time.
Okay.
You guys can feel free to we were going to collectively pull a prank on you, Mike, and just pretend that, you just talked to yourself.
that I just went through that whole spiel and nobody heard me.
That's too mean. So no, we caught all of that. I had kind of explained on the front end why we were doing it, and it is a really fast process. It's just one that we need to pay attention to. So if you guys have any questions, feel free to unmute. It looks like we had a question in the chat. Shelby, hope all is well down in Florida. It's getting a little brisk here at night in northern Michigan. I don't know if you miss it or not, but thought I'd point that out to you. Yes, this does go into effect now. So we're hoping in September to really hone down the process, work out some of the bugs and kinks if there are any, because we really want a full Q4 P&L for the relocation division. So again, if you have any questions, no need to go back, especially on the close. Right. We're not able to reopen these. If you have some that are pending now and there's a referral, feel free to go in and add it, but it will be caught at the time of closing as well. So yeah, starting like today, if you have any, but again, no need to go back on any closed or anything. And even the pending ones, I mean, you can if you want, but they will be caught at closing as well.
Yeah, exactly. Okay.
Good question though. Anything else? Again, if you're unsure if this is a particular referral that needs to have it on it, just reach out. Reach out to your relocation department. If the deal falls through, we don't have to remove it necessarily, Sharon, because it will not hit the P&L until it goes to closed.
Yeah.
So good question there.
Yep, that came up earlier today too as well. That it does nothing gets posted to our to the general ledger until it is actually closed. Yeah, or until we close it here. Yeah.
Good question. So I don't see any other questions. Jessica, is there anything else you wanted to add?
I think that's all for now. Just continuing to do our best on our dashboards. I know some of us are experiencing an overload on there, but if we can just use those search filters to try to figure out what's from our office and do our best until we have an update on those.
Yeah, and thank you for reminding me on that. We're working through an issue with a specific MLS here that covers about 12 of our offices in Michigan, which dumped a lot of historical data onto our dashboards and in AccountTech. So if you tried to click the link on that Monday email that goes out and it's just sitting and spinning and not loading, that's part of the reason why. Feel free to ignore that this week. You can always jump in and run a pending report if you would like. But use the filters for just your office to try to keep your dashboard clean. We're hopeful that there will be a fix on this issue, although it's 3:15 and I haven't heard anything yet today on it. So maybe today still, but if you have any questions on any of that, feel free to reach out. But it is affecting our Lakeshore of Michigan and our Grand Rapids region.
And Carrie, just on a follow-up from that, I did get an update on the report part of it, that maybe that link might be working now. So if anybody wants to go test that, no update on the amount of properties on there and cleaning that up. But just if you are seeing
that drop off,
it's
yeah, Patty said it did work today for her.
Okay, good. So they may have resolved the report link issue, but some other ones. But there is issues with like cutting EMD checks. I've noticed it's timing out, and just keep trying. That's like all we can do right now until they get that cleaned up.
Just keep swimming, swimming.
Just keep swimming.
One of my favorite Disney movies. Good. And it goes along with our fish philosophy, right? See what I did there? Okay. Any other questions? AccountTech related or anything? This process is fairly simple. It's just something that we need to put on our radars, and we'll work together as a team to get it done. So we appreciate your assistance in that portion of it. And if you have any other questions after the fact, feel free to reach out.